Hey, my name is Leslie Dawson, and I am a rep and also a part of the education team that was just formed for Have a Heart. So, hello everyone. I can't see myself, so I hope I look good and it's not like from the nose down or something. Okay, so I am gonna give us just a second to see. Okay, so there's the viewers. All right. They changed this since the last time I did a live, so it looks a little bit different. Oh, there I am. Okay, cool. You see most of my face. That's good. That's really good. So yay, hi Debbie. Okay, so I want to try to get this in under 15 minutes. 10 minutes will be a record for me. So this will be posted in the group for anybody that needs to reference it or use it. If you have more questions, you can always comment, and then we'll try to either respond or I'll try to grab the question and answer it really quick. So this video is purposed for the first like 3 to 4 days. We're going to be going live again next Tuesday, I believe, to really go a little bit deeper into what to expect and all of that for the following weeks. But this is to kind of get you set up and ready for your foster dog, and then to kind of get you through the weekend on until we can connect you with you again through a live. So again, my name is Leslie Dawson, and on behalf of all of the amazing unpaid volunteers at Have a Heart, this would not be possible without any of you foster people. We couldn't do it. And so we just want to say thank you so much for opening your hearts and your homes and your families to taking in a dog that needs another chance and an opportunity to grow and thrive and know what love is. And so we just want to say thank you so much. And there's just not enough words to express the gift that you are giving the dogs and Have a Heart and opening up a space to foster a dog. And so we do our best as an organization to really surround you with as much community support, one-on-one support, education, and so that we can get you guys to either fail at your foster and keep the pup forever, or to get that pup across the finish line to find its forever family. And so the first part of this, I do have notes, so if you see me looking off to the side, I'm referencing this. So the first thing is to really think about these pups are coming from, a lot of them have been stacked on cages, like one kennel on top of another on top of another. And so their poop and pee and vomit just kind of trickles down. And so these dogs, when you're picking them up, they are most likely going to smell really bad. They're going to have pee and poop inside of their crate. They're going to be absolutely terrified of every single noise and person. It's very chaotic. It's very loud. There's a lot of barking dogs, and so some just shut down, some bark because they're stressed. It's a lot, and they've been through a lot. So when you pick up your dog, they're going to give you a bag of little goodies with like a leash and some treats and a blanket, dewormer, and then they're also going to give you the name of your dog. So it'll be like HHR, like my foster dog was Petunia, so it was HHR Petunia, and then they give you a red folder. This folder is very, very important because it has all of the adoption information, it has foster information, it has information to help support you in doing your 2-week shutdown. It's such an excellent resource. So keep your red folder accessible. It will also be what you take to vet appointments in the future. So this is super important, and that will also be inside of your bag. And then the next thing is to kind of set you up You want to make sure that you bring some towels. I brought a shower curtain and put it on the bottom of like the back of my van. So if there was pee or vomit, it landed on that and it protected the carpet. And then I put towels and sheets on top of it to kind of absorb it. So, and Petunia was covered in urine and feces, and she had vomit, and she peed all the time. She was scared. So just be ready for that. Those are some of the things I utilized. They also have a puppy mill smell, so I used I think Dawn dish soap and distilled vinegar for her baths, and that really started to kind of get that smell out. So just those few little tips. And then the other thing is the dewormer. So give them the dewormer, get them home, get the dewormer in their body. I had to use mushy food for her because that was all she'd kind of eat. And it took her a while to want to eat it until they've completely gone through their dewormer. And I would say even I think for like 24 hours after that, you want them pooping away from your other dogs. Or if they're still pooping in the same backyard, you want to be picking it up, because if they do have worms and your other dog decides to eat their poop, they'll end up getting worms. So make sure you're having them poop in a separate area and you're picking that up if it is accessible to other dogs. The pup's behavior. They're going to be terrified. They're going to think that you're there to hurt them, not to help them. They've never been in contact with nice humans, so they've never experienced freedom or kindness or love. So it's very easy as a new foster to see your dog and be like this little foster pup, and you're just like, I can't wait to love you, and you want to like hug it and squeeze it and just like be all up in its biz. Give it 3 days to decompress. So there's a 2-week shutdown, and I'll talk about that in just a second, but it is normal for your dog to not eat or drink when they're stressed. Their body is in fight and flight, and so it's just like, it's the last thing it's thinking of is food and water. So we encourage you to create an area for your foster dog that's in like a laundry room or a bathroom, kind of a low traffic area. Lower traffic, so you don't want to put it in the middle of like your kitchen or like some in your toddler's room or something, but off to the side. And then you can cover the crate because that makes them feel a little bit safer. And then you can gate off that area if possible, or maybe close the door and just like check on them. When you walk by, you can talk to them and say, hi. I used to walk by, we had like a gate, like a baby gate for our laundry room, and we had Petunia's little thing set up with her little cover, and her kennel was always accessible to her. And so for 2 weeks, she never left that area except on her potty breaks. I would encourage you to get on a rhythm of taking your foster dog outside to go potty right away. They might not go potty in the grass immediately, and that's okay. They might come inside and then decide to relieve themselves. That's pretty normal, only because they're used to those hard floors. A lot of them haven't been on grass. But the more consistent you are, and then not disciplining, but just when they do go outside, praise them gently and quietly. And some dogs are super food motivated, even in the beginning. Give them some good treats. Petunia was not food motivated, so it's just like finding what really works for them. But starting that will get them to be potty trained much faster than if you just kind of wait and let them do whatever we want or whatever they want. The other thing too is they're not going to want to look you in the eyes. And so when you're talking to them, you can kind of look like off to the side and talk very softly and try just to kind of not ignore them, but just be stepped back a little bit so that they have the time and space to hear the noises in the house. I had 3 kids when we brought in our foster dog, so there was a lot of noises, a lot of loud bangs and Nerf guns, and a lot of chaos. And so Petunia didn't leave our laundry room for 2 full weeks. And then during the day, I would talk to her every time I went into the laundry room and did laundry, because that still had to be done. But then when I would leave, and her kennel was always open, so she always had access to food and water. And then when I started bringing her out, and this is super important, anytime your dog is out of the kennel, they should be on a leash. Every single one of these dogs will be a flight risk. It is very, very, very important that you keep them on a leash. And oftentimes you will see videos of other dogs, especially in the beginning, running around the backyard with a leash on. This is so if they get into a sticky spot or go to take off, you can get close enough to grab the leash. Amazon has 20-foot lead lines for working towards getting your dog off leash eventually that I bought. I think I bought like a 10 or 11-foot one, and I cut off the looped handle. And anytime she was loose outside of the kennel, in the house and out of the house, she was on it. And it paid off. It's also some of the very first steps of leash training a dog. All of these little things that you do, starting the potty routine, starting the leash training, this is setting your dog up, your foster dog up for a successful adoption. And so it's so crucial to read the red folder, follow the guidelines so that you don't set yourself back and the dog back. So the other things that we encourage you to do, this is the beginning steps of your 2-week shutdown. The 2-week shutdown is so important. It's easy to want to get your dog around all of the other dogs and just like love them. It's too much. And often what we've seen is that it sets the dog back and the foster family. And then the foster family or the adoptive family gets frustrated because the dog isn't like where they want it to be at. And it's often because they overloaded the dog before it was ready. Move slow, and then move slower than you think you need to move. Slow and less is way more when you're working with dogs, especially in the beginning before you get a good feel for their personality. It takes 3 days for their nervous system to start to calm down. That's just to begin. 3 weeks for them to kind of adjust to their environment, and 3 months. This is for a non-traumatized dog. 3 months for them to really feel comfortable and be in a routine. You could probably double that for most of the dogs that come into our rescue. So again, the leash all the time. It's so, so important. Obviously, don't lock them in a crate with the leash on. They will chew it, or they should always be in your line of sight, especially in the beginning. And just really be present and talk to them. You guys are going to do great. I know you are. This is one of the best things I ever did. And I foster failed because she was just so darn cute. How do you not? Her name was Petunia for God's sake. Okay. So, create their crate as their safe place. I put in a sweatshirt that I wore a lot that had my scent on it. I put it in there. And so they kind of got used to my scent in a way where I wasn't around them. Every time I walked by, I talked to her. I said, "Hi, Petunia. I hope you're doing well in there," because she didn't want to come out for many, many days. And then I didn't let anybody reach their hand in the crate. There was no human body inside the crate ever if she was in it, unless there was something dangerous. Okay. But like my kids couldn't crawl inside the crate with her. My kids couldn't lean their head in. I couldn't lean my head in. I always was at least like 2 to 3 feet away anytime I worked with her. And every night after my kids went to bed and the house was quiet, I would go in and I would sit there and I wouldn't look at her. I would sit like sideways against it, so she was looking at the side of my face, and I would just talk to her or and call her and just do weird stuff. But it was really fun. So yes, I'm looking to see if there's any. It doesn't look like there's any questions, which is fantastic. Is there anything that some of you veterans feel like I might mention before I come off? This is like honestly one of the best things ever. Like I was super nervous to foster, and I was like, I had a 1, 3, and a 5-year-old, or 2, 4, and 6-year-old, fresh 2, 4, and 6-year-old, and it was really scary. I was really nervous about the commitment. But I will tell you, I read the red folder, and it was a game changer. Oh, I do want to mention something. I think you would say your name Aslin. Um, so I don't know what puppies are coming in. I have no idea, and I don't know. We won't really know until I think we're at the adoption. Somebody else will take care of it. Um, Delia, I hope I'm saying it right. If I'm not, you can correct me. Um, yeah, they could have fleas. Some have come in with fleas. My foster dog did not, but that's another reason why the 2-week shutdown is super, super important. So that if they do have fleas, you're not spreading it to all of your other dogs and it's kind of contained to one little area. Um, yes, it is very, very normal for your dogs to not want to eat or poop or pee um, in the first couple days. Petunia didn't pee. She would pee like and poop everywhere, and it was a lot. She usually did it at night when the house was quiet. So she would go all day not pooping and peeing, and then she would just unload in our laundry room. And to wake up to that smell was, it was a lot. It was a lot, and there were a lot of times. And so something that will be coming that I forgot to mention is reps. You get assigned a case manager for your dog. Isn't that amazing? A one-person contact that will be your go-to for everything. Any questions, any concerns, you'll send your vet appointments, and they are the best resources. We have such a great team of reps right now that like they are ready for this, and they are prepared, and they are experienced, and they are pumped to help you. I mean, they are your case manager, so you will access them. And on the next live, you'll get a lot more information probably, and the red folder will. And then it takes a little bit, like a week or so, for us to get the reps assigned. But once they're assigned, it's your go-to contact, and it's phenomenal. Let's see. The red folder is amazing. It is. Some of them will need a bath. I'm going to say all of them will probably need a bath. I got Petunia home. I set up her safe space. I cleaned her. I mean, she was a mess. She stunk real bad. Like, my kids were in the car with me when we picked her up, and they almost vomited. She stunk. And so I would have your room set up. She'll come in the crate you'll have. So get her. If you have someone else to help you, clean it out. If not, get in a small room like a bathroom. Let the dog run free, clean it out, bathe them, and then set them up with something comfortable inside their crate. Be careful with how much like soft blankets, because if they're nervous chewers, they could eat it and consume it. So that is something. What did here? So yes, Laura, who is just everywhere and have a heart, she says you'll want to bathe them. Mill stink is real. It really is. And what I found worked the best was like bathing with Dawn dish soap and then pouring vinegar over them and then just gently rinsing it out. And even then it took a couple months, honestly, for the mill smell to go away. And I washed Petunia. I washed her a lot. And then you can and then also this group. So Have a Heart group is an amazing resource community. So please, oh, I've gone over my 15 minutes. Okay, so use the reps. Use this group before you get the reps, because it's a phenomenal resource. We're here, we're a community. We're here to support you because it helps the success of our dogs, which is what we're all here for. So what else am I missing? Oh, Debbie said that Blue Dawn and vinegar works great for fleas as well. So that's good. It might be just the first thing you douse them. And nothing, you think vinegar smells bad. Wait until you get a smell of this. Ooh, Brittany, I don't know that question. Laura, who would they contact before their rep is assigned? It's a great question. I know there will be a group put together, so maybe it would be in there. We can post that in the comments if you're listening to this still. Read the comments and we'll answer those questions. I think this is good, you guys. I'm so pumped for everybody. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the dog. Move slow, like slower than a snail, slower than a sloth, and just trust that the dog will lead the way. A lot of times, the biggest thing is we just have to get out of our own way and what we want for the dog and let the dog move at its own speed. Oh, post in the group. Perfect. Okay, so you want to post in the group if you have any questions before your rep is assigned. Thank you guys. Yes. And it says you can always post in the group with a picture so it's visible. There you go. You can tag me in it, and I will, if I don't know the answer, I will happily find someone who does. So you guys are amazing. Thank you. I think this is it. You guys are making dreams come true. It's super emotional picking them up. I cried the whole way there. I was so excited, and I had to like pull it all in. So let us know. Tag us. Update us with your pictures. We want to be flooded with seeing all the little pups that come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of everyone's hearts. We couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for fostering, for being a part of our group, for being support. Everyone participates in this, whether you're taking a fostering or not. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, we got things to do, like go to bed. So it's almost past my bedtime, guys. Love you all. Thank you. Talk soon.